Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG-TV with Dan the Voice Diker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Reichert. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hi again, race fans. I'm Radio Man Dan Diker, Seven Rivers Racing, right here on KQEG-TV. Also look us up on our Facebook page where we put all the shows you miss here on that page. This is Ricardo Reichert, and that's Darnell Doc Niles. We've gone by stage names this week. I'm Philippe. Hi, guys.
Hello, Philippe.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, hi.
Our proud sponsors of the program, we're going to give you their real names.
Yes, Big Boar Barbecue, once again, 7 years in a row, voted best barbecue and best catering in La Crosse County. Make sure you check them out, especially those of you who watch us on YouTube, coming in from out of town for Oktoberfest, definitely a must-go spot. Get that on the bucket list when you're here for Oktoberfest. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning. It's going to start to cool down a little bit here, folks, so you might want to get that heater checked out. You've already had the air conditioner checked out. Now it's time to get it checked up on that furnace. Make sure that's in top condition, because in about another 2 months here, you're really going to need that bad boy. Fansarena.com gave us these really cool threads that we got on right here. And, of course, our friends at Back 40 Wraps and Epic Media and Vinyl for giving us this really cool sign. Thank you all for being proud advertising partners on the 2021 season.
Usually segment one dedicated to the La Crosse Speedway. We give you all the video recap of the races from last week. And you know what I thought about doing was for the next 7 minutes, just showing you downpour. That was it. We were going to take a break. I was going to show you rainfall, because that's all. Yeah, there we go. That's all we had at La Crosse last week. But we did get a great night of racing at Tomah Sparta Speedway. So not only are we going to show you the video recaps, their hobby stock race, Chad Lease won his first ever feature. So we're going to show you the entire hobby stock race and the entire High School Racing Association race. And as a bonus, in honor of Billy Doc Niles, the Porta Potty race.
Gee, thanks. And what's my name? Darnell.
That's Darnell.
Yeah.
That's Angelique or Giorgiani.
Eduardo.
Ricardo.
It was Eduardo.
Ricardo.
It's like
Is it Ricardo or Eduardo?
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Yeah, you called me. Right?
And I'll be your presenter, Philippe, this evening. Let's get you to the Tomah Sparta Speedway and talk Hobby Stocks. Hobby Fest is coming up on August 29th. Mike Krieger Jr., he'll be there.
Oh, yes.
Andy Moore, reigning champion. Those two are battling all the way through this hobby stock event you're going to see the last 2 laps for. Mike Krieger Jr. gets to the outside, passes Alex Root for second halfway through. Krieger then goes to work on the 107 machine of Chad Lease. Chad Lease, you know, if you're going to get a first-time race, you're going to do whatever you can to win that thing. Foot to the floor, block everybody and their sister. And that's exactly what happened. Chad Lease, first win at Daytona.
Yes, and remember last week, the previous week, he just got nosed out by Andy Moore at the finish line. And
I would watch for that 107. Tom Farr's been behind that wheel at La Crosse this year to maybe be a contender at this year's Hobby Fest, August 29th. Modifieds came out.
Yellow flag, just a couple laps in, bunches the field back up. Darren Salo would make quick work of Rick DeVito and set sail after Larry DeVito. A few laps later, he catches him, shows off the power of that modified. He'll get to the outside of Larry DeVito and drive right by, and he sets sail. He is gone. He gets the victory lane. He gets to ring that bell again this year.
You know, real quickly, I saw on Facebook, one of Rick DeVito's sponsors is the Flying
Wheels Roller Rink.
Flying Wheels Roller Rink.
In Oakdale, yeah.
They may be closed forever because some idiot drove a van over their septic system,
Oh, my
crushed
God.
it, and it's like 50 grand to rebuild that thing.
Oh,
and
my
from
God.
looking at Facebook this week and their owners, doesn't look like they're ever going to be able to open that back up again. So there's a GoFundMe page and some other things like that. Try to help them out. But that was one of his big sponsors.
Yes.
That was a tough break right there. Sportsman, another tough break for Hendricks.
Yes, James Hendricks was doing everything he could to get around Dan Fry, tried to find a way around him, couldn't get the room under him, tried to get a run on the outside, but couldn't do it. And Dan Fry ends up pulling away over the final 5 laps, as you watch the last 2 laps here, and claims his 5th win of the season.
Holy cow.
That's a tough one. That's his new Camaro that he's been pedaling around with. So I asked him, you going to take that to Oktoberfest this year? And he's still kind of undecided. Run with the big boys.
run on the big track. Yeah.
Hornets, all the big players came out for this one right here. Do we congratulate Sammy Linehan, got a heat race win and was up in this one here as well.
And a girl, Salmon Slammy.
Sean McCarthy would grab the #1 spot on a mid-race restart, passes Tristan Truskowski, who's finally getting into the groove again. Gets past Slam and Sammy about the midway point, but she stays in the top 5. Rookie Jamie Pearson running a torrid pace, battles Linehan for second on the final lap. But McCarthy, man, that's why he was last year's track champion. He's going to get his first win on this season. That was a good one right there. 6 shooters. Who can beat Matt Moore?
Well, people tried. Devin Glass would break out, and while he's doing that, Matt Moore gets a really good line to the front. He's into second place by lap 4. He would track down Glass, and, well, we all know what happens here. As Dan likes to say, you know, in, around, and gone. Goodbye, nice to know you. He's off, but right behind him, Glass is trying to hold off Charles Van Jr. and Tim Murphy Sr. Wouldn't happen. Them two would get by him. They'd finish second and third, respectively. But Fireball Lanes is tipping some more fireball as Matt Moore rings that bell again.
Paul, the High School Racing Association was back out again, and I tell you what, there's a fan base growing for a Melrose Maduro Mustang.
Yes, I've seen the green shirts for Mitchell Berg. He got through traffic very well, challenged for the lead early on. Kelsey Clemens took a little too hard going into turn 3 and then bouncing the wall.
Turn 3, and bam.
Yeah.
That quick.
And then off the restart, Berg only needed 2 laps to get around Curtis Hellickson to take the race lead, and Berg would pull away from Braden Locking and the rest of the field to claim the victory in the HRSA race.
The Billy Doc Niles sponsored Wild and Wacky Outhouse Race took place last Friday night, and we were going along pretty smooth. You know how it's done. You race your car up. You stop. Get out of your car, jump in the porta potty, steal the toilet paper, and get back in your car, take off. It's time to vent. We're going along just fine until Matt Moore, and you're going to see it right here as well. We're going to show you the entire Outhouse Race in segment 3. So, matter of fact, I'm not even going to tell you what he did.
No.
They're just going to have to watch it. Clayton Cheeto Hessig gets the king of the porta potty thrown. What's funny is we had, 12 drivers. He took off first and still held on to beat everybody with a 25-second.
That's impressive.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it was pretty phenomenal. And Rick Porter from NJP Productions, he's the one that sends us this video coverage of Tomah.
No.
In his first race in, I can't remember how many years, he was in the porta potty race.
How'd he do?
Not too well, but I tell you what.
Did he poop to bed?
He went in, grabbed that toilet paper, stopped outside of his van, and did one of these like he was Rocky.
Yeah.
Nice job, Rick Porter. We'll be right back with more next on KQEG TV.
7 years and counting. Hi, Jerry here. For 7 years in a row, Big Boar Barbecue has been voted the best barbecue and caterer by the people of La Crosse County. I am humbled by your praise. We work our hardest to provide good food and service to any size group, from a small lunch to large wedding reception. We can provide full service or just drop off the food for you to serve. But dates are filling fast, so call us today. Big Boar Barbecue and Catering, Highway 16, West Salem. A delicious mouthful.
At Big Boar Barbecue.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like figuring out which remote turns the TV on, or the smell in the vegetable crisper that in no way can be vegetables, or finding your phone when you leave it on vibrate. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Welcome back, race fans. 7 Rivers Racing KQEG TV, proudly brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue. Could use some burnt ends right about now. Last week, Chad Lease, we love first-timers.
Yes.
I think we had 4 of them. Did we have 4 of them last week?
3 in the heat races, yeah.
At Tomah last week, and Billy likes announcing first-timers at La Crosse. We're going to bring you the entire hobby stock feature from the Tomah Sparta Speedway last weekend. And I call them the Red Shirt Brigade because every time Chad Lee shows up in that red 107, there's more red shirts showing up as his fan base. Here is what Chad Lee's looked like. Chad Lee's taking to the top side in a hurry. He'll take away the race lead, as does Alex Rue and Andy Moore trying to work to the field in one of his old cars. Lease will lead lap 1. Alex Rude pits himself right on the outside. 2 by 2 they roll. Krieger from towards the back now battling for third and fourth with Moore. And Rude's got the race lead by a half a car length. More Rick Porter, look at the top 4 in this one.
Boy, and they are tight, too.
Lease, Rude, Moore, Krieger. Might be a little bit before someone steps out of line here. Then you've got Hendricks, Lockington, and Bolster. This one could finish exactly how they're running off of 4. Bolster's got problems. Does he have a cut front left tire? Bolster slows down in turn 3. Not sure if he cut a tire or not. Looks like it. And he's out of harm's way. Lease advances his lead for a full car length. It's Lease more than it's Rude and Krieger side by side. Krieger finds an opening to the inside. He'll pop in front of Rude. Chad Lease of the JTK Construction 1980 Chevy Caprice will lead again with Krieger now in second. More back to third. Then there's Rude and Hendricks. Krieger tries to park it on the outside. Cross flags. We are halfway home with the hobby stocks. Halfway home. And Krieger's going to make Lease work awfully hard now. Got a good one brewing here just past the halfway mark with Lease, Krieger, and Moore. Any kind of a slip up, you can find Rude and Hendricks in prime position. Krieger, a late show tonight, so we didn't get to practice or qualify, but we know when the 34 shows up, he's awfully quick. And as long as those two are battling side by side, Andy Moore is going to have troubles getting around both of them. So Bolster out with a cut tire. Front row is Lease, Krieger. Then it's Moore, Rude, Hendricks, and Lockington. Two laps remain. Who's it going to be, Lease or Krieger? Pretty much identical spots of the track off of 4. Both top drivers now looking for the white flag to fly. Here it is, 1 to go. Lease and Krieger. Here's the shootout. This one's going to be close at the line, folks.
We're looking at a photo finish on this one, Dan.
Lease about a half-car advantage. Krieger catches back up, bumpers across. Checkered flag is in hand. Who's it going to be? Off of 4. Chad Lease, your feature race winner.
Not to be outdone by Tom Farr and the great job he's been doing at lacrosse in that car all year. Finally, Chad Lease gets his first victory. Now let's switch gears and send it over to the High School Racing Association. Great feature they had last week at Tomah. Here you go.
And Joey Miller out of Aquinas High School pulls away from the field quickly. Little heat in those tires. You're going to see a lot of cars jumping up front. Hellickson wasting no time to not only cut into the lead of Joey Miller, but almost swipe it away. And he will down the back straightaway. It's Hellickson, Miller, and Clemens. She's found some new life running in third. Geneva Cove fourth. Lockington slides in front of Rudolph, and Berg's trying to join him. So Hellickson going to run away from this one slowly as Miller trying to hold off Clemens, who's going to be holding out Geneva Go here in a minute. Battle of the Mustangs. Lockington in front of Berg. Good single file race except for Lockington and Berg. Berg's trying to get around Fry the 19. Nothing going yet. Cross flags mean we're halfway home. Curtis Hellickson, the More for Less Auto 05 Chevy Malibu. Close quarters, 3 wide off of turn 4. Sliding in front is the 2 of Berg. Look at this jaunt for second place. Here comes Clements. Oh, Julie's going to hit the wall. Hits the wall in turn 3. Clements was coming way too strong. Brakes couldn't hold up, and there she lies on the apex. Caution is out. Hellickson, a little impatient. He wants to get this thing going. Joey Miller right behind. Going to be a good one. 5 cars, 4 laps for green. Pretty much even keel coming off of 4. Berg, the first one to jump to the outside to set up Fry. Fry maybe taking a peek to go to the outside of Miller. We are going to go 3 wide in the corners. Watch out in turn 4. And Berg's going to survive in a second. Wow, that was close. Hey, nice job. They didn't touch either. Great bit of driving. Berg's got his foot down. He's caught Hellickson. Dawson Fry right behind. Lockington on the outside. We've got 2 to go. Contact. Berg will take to the top spot. Now it's going to be Hellickson versus Fry for second and third. Told you, folks, this one wasn't done. Hellickson bent out of shape. Lockington will take the third spot. Off of turn 4. White flag is out. 4 left turns and a front straight remain. Wow, 3 wide with the high schoolers, and it didn't even touch. That was impressive.
That's impressive no matter what class you run.
What's more impressive is this guy started the trunk. The checkers are out. It's Mitch Berg, your winner. Oh, Hellickson going around in 3 and 4. Great race for the High School Racing Association. What was even better is Lockington and Berg. They're both Melrose Maduro Mustangs because, well, they represent high schools. They did that same thing at La Crosse. And, boy, when those two get together, it doesn't matter what part of the track it is. You get a huge crowd base for Berg up in turn 1. Lockingtons are scattered throughout the track. At Tomah, they're down in turn 1. And that's quite entertaining because some of those drivers, again, and Billy, you can attest this, these 14 and 15-year-olds are driving like they've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, they are. It's I used the analogy last year. It's like it's Saturday night at prom and they're trying to get to that date. So
unreal. They've done a fantastic job. And again, High School Racing Association has been added to the August 29th Hobby Fest at La Crosse. When we come back, it's kind of a segment. We're going to talk porta potties next on KQEG TV.
Are you tired of the typical fundraiser? Well, Big Boar Barbecue can offer you an alternative. How about a pork dinner? Pork, beans, and slaw. A complete meal. It's different, it's fast, and it's easy. And you don't pay for what you don't sell, guaranteeing you make a profit. So if your church, school, sports team, or special cause needs a fundraiser, call us today. We've helped all sorts of groups raise thousands of dollars. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16, West Salem. Now that's a mouthful.
At Big Boar Barbecue.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like figuring out which remote turns the TV on, or the smell in the vegetable crisper that in no way can be vegetables, or finding your phone when you leave it on vibrate. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Welcome back, 7 Rivers Racing, KQEG TV. That's where Eduardo, that's Darnell, and I'm Felipe. Big race at the Tomah Sparta Speedway last week. Topped any feature that you can imagine. It was the porta potty race, and about 12 drivers took place in this one.
Yes, it was. It's always a lot of fun, especially when you get a big crowd like this. Someone, of course, we'll show you in a little while here, did something very interesting. So let's check out the Outhouse Race from Tomah Sparta Speedway.
All right, on the brakes he goes, locks him up. See, he has a door, easy to get out of. He almost took the whole roll. He's a one-sheet man, and he's off and running. 25.37, 25.37. Try to find out who's in the minivan that's going to be joining us. Alex Rude is out of the car. That was a quick one as well. He's a one-ply guy. Away he goes. 26.84. 26.84. Jonathan Walling. See how fast he can get that front door open. Oh, he's got to climb out of his. He's a little guy, too. Look at how fast that was. Almost knocked the porta potty down. Look at this. He swan dived into the driver's compartment. 28.62, but we should give him some style points. That was pretty quick. All right, next. He was braking as soon as he got out of turn 4. Locks him up. He's got the door open. In and out, this should be a pretty good time. Let's see how fast he can take off. 26.44, 26.44. All right, we know he's got a good car. How fast can Matt run? He lives in Kendall, so you know they practice this all the time on Main Street. Right outside the Fireball Lanes Bar and Grill. Matt's having kind of a tough time getting out. Just kind of lollygagging along. Oh, no. Don't shut the door. Here we go. Does anybody have a magazine handy? Mike's going to go shake him out of the porta potty. I need the Jeopardy theme song. On a count of 3, yell, "Hey, Mike," or Matt. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure. I see his helmet bobbing around. When Mother Nature calls, you don't screw around. And he's in. Wait a minute. Oh! I think you left some business in your behind, Matt Moore. Pants. What kind of boxers were those? 1 minute, 17 seconds, .25. I would hate to be this close, fellas. All right, Tim Murphy hard on the brakes. He was already out of the car before he was braking. Tim runs into the porta potty first. Gets his foot stuck a little, and then he got his helmet stuck a little bit. Tim Murphy, a 35.45. 35.45. This will be a first time for this guy. He's usually our TV cameraman up here in the NJP Productions 15. This is Rick Porter. Let's see how fast he can run into a porta potty porter in 3, 2. You know, if Rick wins this, he's never going to film races again. What if he's filming himself in the minivan? Supported by More for Less Auto Sales as one of Matt's new vans. Yeah, he didn't have a seatbelt on for some. Now here we go again. I need to get. All right, now he's out. Look at him cheering. I got the TP! Yeah, he's going to save that for when they hoard it again. All right, that's a 40.50. 40.50 for Rick Porter.
Did I do that?
He'll be autographing that and giving it away during the Dyker Drop Zone. Draz Racing. Should have pulled up a little bit more. Look at him. Look how fast that little guy is. This is part of Army boot camp from a Marine. Draz is on the clock. Got to get it in shift. 30.83. 30.83. Cheeto Hessig still leads. I hope you're videotaping this one, Hendricks family. Yes, they are. Jenny's like, we wouldn't miss it. Pries himself out. Got about 6 sheets there, Hoarder. Try to Dukes of Hazzard style to get back in. On the accelerator, he will go, and this will be a time of 37.87. 37.87. All right, let's look at the official times. A title that everybody should have once in their lifetime. You're king of the porta potties with a time of 25.37. Cheeto Hessig.
That Matt Moore move is something I could have seen Billy Doc Niles do back in the day. Niles was a jokester. I could have seen you do that.
Oh, I can't believe my eyes. It almost reminds me of Leroy Harding the time he came out.
How does that compare to Leroy?
Yeah, Leroy, big Leroy come running out in a diaper and a bonnet with a bottle in his hand. So, holy cow, these guys are getting creative.
I had a hard time announcing this one here because all I can see is Matt's top of his head. I can see the white helmet moving around, but that was it. If he'd have came on a diaper and a bottle, I think I'd have been done for the night.
You'd have lost it. Yep.
I'd have been done for the night. I want to thank Rick Porter again for all the coverage we get for the Tomah Sparta Speedway. Hopefully, we can have more than just Tomah this week. We love Tomah, but we need to get some lacrosse in there as well.
Yes. Double features this week.
Double features coming up this week. All right, that's going to do it for the program. Check out our YouTube page, Seven Rivers Racing. Jesse puts them up each week, and you can follow along. I want to thank our advertising partners and everybody that makes this show a huge success. For Darnell and Eduardo, I'm the voice, Felipe. We'll see you next weekend.
You've been watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV with Dan the Voice Dyker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Reichert. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning. Thanks for watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
7 years and counting. Hi, Jerry here. For 7 years in a row, Big Boar Barbecue has been voted the best barbecue and caterer by the people of La Crosse County. I am humbled by your praise. We work our hardest to provide good food and service to any size group, from a small lunch to large wedding reception. We can provide full service or just drop off the food for you to serve. But dates are filling fast, so call us today. Big Boar Barbecue and Catering, Highway 16 West Salem. A delicious mouthful.
Big Boar Barbecue.